I think this might be I think this will be a decent spot to test how this will go. I don't presume... Oh. Hello. Arc Raiders. Everyone's favorite homeless sim. Everyone's favorite vagrant sim. Whatever you want to call it. It's a game you might have heard of recently, actually. It's fairly new. Maybe got a few thousand players? Maybe. Something like that. Nah, I'm just kidding. But, you know, I don't need to tell y'all that this game, it kind of fucks. Alright? Probably one of my favorite games to come out this year, honestly. Like, no bullshitting. However, I've been seeing a little bit of discourse through the community so far. A lot of people are upset with, I guess, themselves, if you want to be very specific. I'm not really sure who is... You know, I'm not really sure what people are trying to put in as the blame, put down as the blame, but I've been seeing a lot of debate recently on like, I've seen a lot of debate recently in the community, which mostly I'm seeing on like TikTok and Reddit. Obviously TikTok, I'm a zoomer, whatever. Reddit is always one of those things where you're kind of just like, I don't want to go on there, but unfortunately it's being talked about a lot on there. And the main thing I'm seeing is with people being instantly like aggro shoot on sight people, the ruthless killers at the top side, you know, real cretins. Or are they? We'll see. You know, I get it, man. You spent time in the game, got your gear, built your loadout, and maybe sometimes you just want to load in and do a couple of quests. I get it, you know. I work a full-time job, you know. Sometimes I just want to come home and not be killed by some dude who's got like fucking 80 hours already. I've seen it on TikTok of all places. So understandably, people get a little upset and they like to vent on the sub and maybe the Discord, but I wanted to get more personal. I wanted to get some boots on the ground, fresh scoop from the players in game, acting as sort of a reporter and putting myself in the danger to find out how the players, you guys, but I wanted to get thoughts, opinions, and what have you from the players and how they felt about the current state of PvP, their experiences running into the other players so far. Now, I know this isn't my normal type of content if you've actually watched my videos, you know. I have like a couple, but normally I do funny moments, but I figured this is a pretty neat idea and it was fun to do. There won't be a whole lot of editing. I kind of want it to just be the interviews, but you know, if this sounds interesting to you, maybe stick around for the whole video. Maybe this video is not necessary at all. Honestly, you can decide that. It's up to you guys. It's all up to you. I did spend a good bit doing all this, so if you do enjoy what follows and everything else, if you consider subbing and liking the video, help me out a lot. You don't have to though. If you just want to watch and see what I've gathered, that's completely fine too. But anyway, let's go ahead and head topside and see if we might be able to gather some valuable info on players and their thoughts on the Arc Raiders PvP. Oh. This could have went different, man. All right. First interview did not go good at all. I was asking them. I'm going around, like interviewing the community, or rather the players, about PvP and the way people feel about it and whatnot.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, I just, you know, I'm wondering if maybe you might have some thoughts and opinions. You know, the way some people can come off hyper aggressive, or they just, you know, want to be friendly.
Honestly, for the most part, I mean, I low-key got on being yesterday, but like, most of the time, the people I run into are pretty chill, and I feel like when they're not chill, I usually have enough time to like gather myself and like fight back. And I found the PvP pretty fun. So.
Do you think the shield system definitely makes up for the fact that people can kind of catch you off guard?
Yeah. Like I've gotten like full like mag dumps from behind, like I'm able to kind of recover, like get out or like recharge shields pretty quick and get in.
Yeah, the first guy I was gonna try to interview fucking shot me. So I'm gonna try to keep this question like pretty common. Do you think it would be a negative thing for them Embark to add a PvP and PvE modes like separate?
No, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose of the game almost.
Oh, okay. So as in like you feel like if they separate the two, it could cause too much like of a divide maybe, and just like take away the whole
Yeah.
extraction idea as a whole.
Yeah, and I also think like what's fun about the game is like having to do your quests while also having to interact with like other people. I feel like that's what makes the game fun. So if you have like separate nodes for that, I feel like it takes away from that aspect.
You're probably the most interesting person I've interviewed so far. Okay,
Thanks, man.
man. I appreciate you taking the time to answer. Good luck on all your endeavors, and I do hope your rest of your raid goes very swimmingly, my man.
Bro, I'll see you around. Have a good one.
You too, man. I'm gonna hopefully find someone else that won't shoot me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I shit you not. This is not a.
You were the guy doing interviews.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if we're gonna. I mean, if you think you got the time, real quick, you can. I'll take a statement.
You got a minute 15. Hit me with it.
I just asking what your opinions are on PvP and just how how your experience has been.
I love the way that it is now. I don't think they should separate it. I think the risk of PvP happening anytime, even when you're in a friendly engagement, is what makes the game special.
Yeah, like this poor fucker back here. He was. I shit you not. He was literally in here when I called the fucker.
Yeah.
Do you think Embark would possibly cave on this? I know the finals has been a big PvP game, so I wonder if maybe they might cave on trying to appeal to the player base.
I mean, I think there's always a possibility of them adjusting, if it seems like it may bring in more players or retain players.
I like that word adjusting instead of caving. I like that.
But I don't think they should. I like the way that it is now. I like that everyone's kind of in here together.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you giving me a statement. I appreciate that. Even though we had such... Well, I guess you were leaving on at your way. But I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Good luck out there.
Hello down there. You friendly?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure. I know this was the beginning of the raid, but do you maybe have a second to answer like a quick question?
Sure.
I'm sorry?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to get over here. So I'm over here. I'm going through some raids right now. I'm doing interviews on players and their experience at PvP. Do you maybe have a second to just give me a little bit of like your experience at the PvP so far?
For sure. Like, what are the questions you want to ask?
Just how have you felt with it PvP? Do you feel you've experienced more hyper aggressive players, or do you feel like you've experienced more chill, lax players?
So when you do solo with no fill, I'd say it's definitely more relaxed. But once you go to like the actual threes, it's people are really gung ho. And it also depends on the map. I find here and Blue Gate, it's pretty a lot of fights happening there. But on Spaceport and on the damn battlegrounds, it's not too bad.
Yeah, you see, I felt like I kind of thought about that as I was loading into here, just on the simple fact that you get people are more beginners in Dam and whatnot. So do you maybe think that it would be a good or a bad idea for Embark to split these things in terms of loading into a raid, you choose PvP or a PvE experience?
I think it'd probably be bad. I think having the players adds more tension because you don't know if somebody's gonna third party you or help you. I also think that it adds to way more engagement. But the idea that, especially on the first week, that when everybody was playing, that you would call the elevator to go down, and you'd have like ranked people go in and not fight you. That felt really good, and that's only because of the fact that they could have tried to kill you in that process, right?
It feels like a more organic experience.
Yeah.
No, I don't have that, Bubba. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. All right. Appreciate it.
I do, however, if you have a quick second, would you possibly want to come over here and be a part of my interview? Oh, shit.
That was rude.
I feel like I'm interviewing in Chicago. Would you possibly want to be down for a quick interview?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know if you maybe overheard it, but I'm going through raids, asking players on their experiences with PvP in the game and just how they're feeling about it. So I mean, if you have a quick second, I'd like to ask you something about it.
Sure.
Just basically, how do you think you've experienced more chill or more friendly players since the game's been out for maybe about like a week and a half or so, and lots of people are starting to migrate over to starting out and playing it?
I don't know. I feel like the robots interfere too much in PvP fights. Like I've killed people and then died to a robot too many times, and that's annoying. But other than that,
But do you believe that it'd be a negative thing for Embark to try and add PvP and PvE as separate experiences whenever you're loading into a raid?
I wouldn't be mad at it. My bad, bro. I had to mute myself in Discord.
No, man, you're chill. You're chill. Do you think them keeping PvP and PvE together in the raids makes it a more immersive and organic experience when you meet players?
Uh, I don't know about meeting players, but I feel like it's cool for the game. I just wish that they were less aggro when I'm actually fighting PvP.
Oh, you mean like the arcs?
Yeah, it's super annoying to down a few people and then I just get blown up by one of those exploding things. But yeah.
That's perfectly understandable. It's happened to me a few times, man. Well, I do appreciate you taking a moment to, take out of your raid and answer my questions.
No worries, brother. Take it easy.
You take it easy, Bubba. Shit. Well, that's not good. That wasn't good. GG's. I'm pretty sure that was one of the people I talked to when I first got into raid, dude. I swear I think that was one of the people I just talked to when I got into raid. Yeah. Oh, shit. It all comes full circle. It all comes full circle. Okay, I don't know where you're at, Rug Rebel. We're on the first floor. But Webb, if you want to answer real quick, that's fine too.
What's up, bro?
Oh, I hear him. Oh, man, I might get two of y'all for this, actually. You don't. I'll drop on my shit. I'm running a free kit right now. Okay, so this actually works out for me because I've found fucking nobody this whole game. So I'm running around raids right now. I'm doing a video. I'm getting players' opinions on PvP and whatnot.
Okay.
Basically, I'm just trying to get your all's opinions. And I guess I'll first start out with: have you all experienced more aggro or more chill players?
It's been 50-50, I'd say.
I've personally been experiencing more chill, especially the first, I would say, 8 hours of the game I was playing. It was almost all chill. More recently, I've seen it more aggressive. I think people are just getting more comfortable with the game and they're starting to engage a bit more.
I see. Yeah, I definitely get that vibe too, man. Let's see here. Do you guys believe that if Embark decided to separate PvP and the PvE experiences, do you believe it might cause a negative impact?
I think so. I think what makes it special is having both.
Negative impact in what way?
Maybe just kind of splitting the player base in a way. People. Maybe the PvPers are experiencing longer queue times or lower pop servers because no one really wants to PvP, or maybe PvE players are just experiencing too many people and they're not having enough time to go loot areas or something like that, hypothetically.
Sure, I could see it being a net negative.
Yeah, I think I agree. Negative. I mean, it might be good to have options, maybe have limited time events. I don't know. You could go into a PvE environment. But I like the way it is personally. I gotta bounce, so guys, have fun.
You're good, man. I appreciate you taking the time. And I Appreciate you as well, Webb, taking the time to answer my question. I've been searching this whole fucking match. I appreciate you.
My pleasure.
I don't
Some of the
have...
stuff you want.
I actually am not running... I'm running a free kit, so I really don't even need it. Now then, you know, now that we've spent a bit of time asking the players, it might be easy to say that this is a very minuscule amount of a group that I interviewed. And it's true. I won't disagree. I maybe only got 0.001% of the player base interviewed in this video completely, you know, and the player base is growing every single day. Maybe more people agree with PvP being too aggressive, or maybe some people don't agree. I don't know. But I still thought it necessary and a good idea to go and ask the players what they thought, because, you know, most people are going on Reddit and asking, or they're saying stuff on TikTok, and you're seeing the comments. But I think going in game while they're in the moment was a good idea. Now, I'm sure you're curious. What do I, the interviewee, think? And why do you give a fuck? You probably don't, and you probably shouldn't. But I'm a part of the community. I spent the $40 fucking to buy the game. I think I should give my opinion, because I'm sure while Embark maybe won't see this video, who knows? Maybe they'll see it and take some time to see what one of their players thinks. I don't know. But my thoughts on PvP. PvP is completely fine where it's at right now, and you might have came to that conclusion in the video. You may have, you know, because I tried to stay very unbiased to the people I was interviewing. And again, maybe you were just like not surprised by this answer at all, and most people, this is their answer. They feel PvP is completely fine where it's at and whatnot. And I'll go ahead and just give the explanation of why I think it's completely fine where it's at right now if someone doesn't agree. I get it. It blows. Losing all your shit, you know, getting killed immediately whenever you're running up on a guy, just thinking he's going to be cool. Because most people are under the impression that solo players are cool and most of the time friendly. So I get it when you lose all your shit in it's PvP extraction or PvPvE extraction shooter. I get it. You're going to be really fucking mad to lose all your shit. And it sours the experience if you did only just plan to hop on after your 16-hour shift at the oil rig. But as stated a good few times in the interviews, that thrill of possibly being shot at any given moment keeps you on edge the whole raid. If you are not new to this genre at all, you know the way it feels running to the extract with some of your best gear and good gear you've taken or found, knowing that some sniper's watching your ass and you can't see him, but he can see you. And I do believe someone might have said something in the video, but I don't think they did. But I believe the experience of finding a friendly is more fun in the idea and fact that that guy could also just kill you flat out. He didn't have to stop and talk to your stupid ass. He didn't have to help you kill a fucking Rocketeer. He chose to do that. And that's where I think some of this game's charm it comes from, because lots of people are enjoying it, you know, and I for one am enjoying it too. But lots of people don't really know. I guess, you know, you really couldn't really pinpoint why, other than just it's fun. People find Tarkov fun. I played that shit when it first came out back in beta. That shit was okay. It was okay. It was an okay experience. But this is a unique experience, in my opinion, where finding a friendly player is almost more fun than finding a hostile player. I love PvP, but, you know, finding a dude to just chill and joke around with for the last, you know, for a few minutes on the raid is just something different that you don't. I mean, you can find that in Tarkov, but most people aren't looking to team up in Tarkov, you know what I mean? And quite frankly, you fuckers watching this can't blame people for playing the game they want to play it. And some of you probably aren't, but some people might be, you know? So it's possible. You always have those people in the communities. And I understand that the ARC are the true enemy. I get it, you know? They fucking suck. But this is still an extraction shooter at its core. And the main portion of this game is the PvP on top of the PvE. PvPvE. That is one third, I guess, if you want to be technical, of this game. And I'm not trying to go on a rant. I get it. You know, a lot of what I'm saying is pretty much agreed upon, common knowledge. I think you really only get a handful of players who are on the side of PvP should be taken out or should be split down the middle. And my thing with the whole, because I also think, you know, I did ask, should they separate the experiences? And I agree, or sorry, I don't agree. I'm with the idea as well that doing so will probably split the players completely. Like, I think it'll split them to where people won't want a PvP or PvE. I think I wouldn't call it a negative impact, but I do think that the players would find it a little bit of like them caving into the community's needs, and I think that'll push a lot of players away. And you know, again, third, just to reiterate, splitting the experiences is not gonna solve this problem. Because you're always going to have people that just want a PvP. You're always going to have extract campers. You're always going to have this and that and the other. You're going to have people that camp the arc probes and whatnot. People will learn the mission spots and camp the mission spots. But at the end of the day, this splitting the two things just isn't going to solve the problem. In my opinion, it's going to cause more issues. And I'm sure most of you all agree with the take. I'm sure this isn't a hot take. I'm sure this is probably the coldest take of the community. And maybe this video wasn't needed at all, and you probably weren't surprised by the answers. But I think it was a fun time to interact with the player base, and it's a discussion that will probably be around for a bit until people calm down. That is if they do calm down. I think this PvP debate will kind of just be a thing for as long as the game is out, until they eventually either just be able to say, we're not touching it, because our Embark has been very transparent with all their shit, and I appreciate them for doing that. We have very few companies these days that are willing to take the time and be transparent with their player base. So I think the PvP discussion and debate will always be a thing until Embark either says, we're not touching it, we're keeping it as is, you know, we might do this or that, but we're not getting rid of PvP and PvE in the same rates. Or it'll be stopped talking about if they split the two into different experiences. But do I see them doing that? Not at all. Honestly, I don't see it happening. And if it does, they might as well just shut the servers down, because in my opinion, the game will not stick around if they do such a thing, because all the other extraction shooters don't have it separated. Besides, like, Tarkov has their own PvE experience, but that shit, I don't know anything about it, so I can't even speak on it. But now, if you've seen my video, if you were watching this video, leave me a comment down below what you all think. What are your thoughts on PvP? Have you experienced more aggressive or more non-aggressive players, friendly players, you know? Have you experienced, I know trios is kind of just like it's just like a fucking battleground at all times. Sometimes it's not, but most of the time it is. But, you know, most people are playing solo anyway. So have you all experienced it more in solos, in terms of like, have you experienced more friendlies or aggressive people? Do you know, is it more on a specific map? You know, just leave your thoughts in the comments if you want. I don't have a problem at all, and I'll probably respond to all of them, since I don't get a whole lot of comments, so I'll probably just respond to all of them. Anyways, though, if you got to this part of the video and listened to me yap, I appreciate it. If you did enjoy the video, leave a like. Again, comment what your thoughts are. Sub, it helps me out and lets me know that this is good content and I should continue making it. If you subscribe and want to keep seeing more. But yeah, appreciate you all for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.